Welcome to the Energy and Hours podcast, formerly called the Grow Like a Mother podcast. I'm your host, Jill Wright, author of Happy, Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise, and creator of the Time Magic Seasonal Planner. On this podcast, we talk about time and energy management tips that we can use to flow through our day in a way that feels more aligned. We focus a lot on how to use cyclical energy, seasonal cycles. We talk about productivity. We talk about self-care. We talk about rest. It all comes together in what I like to say is time magic. And if you tune into these episodes week after week, you're going to get a half an hour punch of tools, tips, and strategy advice for you to go and implement right away in your day to make your life feel a little bit more like you and a little bit less stressful. Hey, and welcome back to the Energy and Hours podcast. My name is Jill. I help high-performing women find the right timing in their life. I do this really practically through systems and calendar management, but I also bring in an intuitive lens and a softer side where we talk about rest and productivity and self-care. So if this is something that you are interested in, sit down with your cup of coffee or behind the wheel, wherever you are listening to this, wherever this episode finds you. We are going to dive in today to a topic that is near and dear to my heart, which is productivity. Specifically, with regards to productivity, what is your most productive time of the day? When I realized that this was something that I could figure out and utilize, it completely changed the way that I set up my day. So I wanted to offer this to you as well in case you have never thought about it. So when you wake up in the morning for the next week, I want you to try this out. We'll do a little challenge. You can report back and tell me because I'm super curious to know like who's a morning person, who's an afternoon person, night owl, all the things. Because it seems to be within my clients quite a mix. So I'm curious within the listeners here. But what I want you to do is I want you to sort of keep tabs throughout the day on when you have the most energy, the most enthusiasm, excitement, gumption, like when you are raring to go and what time of day you slow down. When do you want that second or third cup of coffee? When do you want to have a nap? When are you getting irritable? When do you start to procrastinate, right? Don't pay attention yet to the tasks that you're doing during those times. I just want you to notice throughout the day when you have more energy, when you have less, right? When you feel more productive, you're getting things done, things are working smoothly, you're in flow. And when you feel sluggish and like there's a bottleneck and maybe it's you, when you need to switch things up, right? Because we all hit that point in our day where we're working. And if you can see me on YouTube, it's like we're working, and things are getting done. Like if we're looking at a curve, it's going up, but then all of a sudden it flattens out. And you're still working, but the results you're getting are not increasing anymore. The performance has stalled out, even though you're still putting the effort and the energy in. And what I want to encourage you to do is figure out when are the times on that graph where you're getting results from your work and when are the times where you're not getting results from your work, and plan your day accordingly. So for example, for me, what I have noticed is I wake up in the morning. I like a slow start to my morning. I take an hour or two to wake up, have my coffee, do a workout, the kids out the door, like just do all the things that set me up for my day. And then I sit down at my computer and I am head down all the tasks till about 12 o'clock. So anywhere between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. is when I start my day, depending if the kids are here or not. And I just work and I am good with administrative stuff. I am good with responding to emails and doing all the back end stuff in the business and creating content and doing all of these things that require me putting effort out. I can get it done. I can get so much done in that morning time period. But then when I stop for lunch, I start to have an afternoon dip. I start to feel like my creativity is gone. I start to feel like my drive is gone. And maybe I get distracted by things. And maybe I take the opportunity to go and do a chore or two at home, like the laundry or taking the garbage bins in or whatever the case is. There's this time in my day where I'm just like not interested, not motivated, not productive. Then at dinner time, everyone's home, it's crazy. I'm not working during those hours. But once I get everyone to bed and if things are settled down or if I'm in the bath in the evening or whatever, then the creativity comes, right? That's when I get my good ideas. That's when I'm starting to feel really like juiced up and excited about things again. And I also get that in the morning on, if I'm being honest, like during the waking hour or two, my slow morning, super creative. I can actually still get a lot done during that time period, but I'm intentional about being quiet and getting things done that set me up properly for the day. So, creativity for me happens in those quiet moments when nobody needs me. It's in the morning, it's in the evening. The first part of my day is super productive. I focus on my working in the business, the admin stuff, talking to people. Those are really great opportunities for me. In the afternoon, it's time for a break. It's time for a reset. There might be a small task or two that's inconsequential that needs to get done that I could do, but there's really not the time that I like to do anything that requires hard work, thinking, brain power, communicating with people. That's not the time I like to be on, right? So I'll often do my weekly planning in the afternoon when I'm in one of those slumps because it's an activity that I need to get done. It doesn't take me a lot of brain power, but it's something that I can still feel a bit productive, even though I know I'm in a period of the day where I'm working. It takes me twice or three times as much effort to get the same result as it would in the morning. So that's my personal example and my personal flow. I'm so curious to know for you as you pay attention over the next week and you note things down when you're dipping, when you're doodling, whatever, right? However, your energy flows. Where are your high periods of energy? Where are you on fire and where are you dragging your ass? Use that information to build into your calendar next week, right? Use that information. If you're scheduling appointments with people, don't schedule them when you're feeling tired and sluggish and not on your top of your game, right? Use those periods for like the doctor's appointments or the haircuts or the chores or other things that don't require your mental acuity. Use this as a template for a month and just see how much more productive you can be in a shorter amount of time. This is one of the biggest hacks I have. Doing things and getting the maximum result for the effort you put in is so strategic. If you know when to do it, it's going to take you less energy to get the same result and therefore less time and energy for the same result. Oh my God, that is a total win. And while we're on this topic of productivity, I just want to offer you something that I heard recently. Julie Cole, who is co-founder of Mabel's Labels, and she wrote Like a Mother, the book. If you don't know, I'll link the podcast. She came on the show because Grow Like a Mother, we both have a bunch of kids, an autistic kid, like the whole thing. We've got so many similarities. So anyways, Julie came on the show a couple months back. I'll link if you don't know her yet. Where am I going with this story? Julie Cole. Yes, Julie. Sorry, I just get so excited. I love her so much. Julie Cole hosted an Instagram Live and she brought Libby Ward on. If you don't know Libby Ward, go check her out. She hasn't come on the podcast, though I would love her to. And Libby, if you're listening. Anyways, Libby Ward is known as Diary of an Honest Mom. She now just goes Libby Ward. That's her personal brand, but she's writing a book. She's been on TikTok and Instagram talking about like the hardships of motherhood and what it's really like. And she was at the forefront of this conversation where we transitioned from this glossy, put on, like everything is wonderful sort of version of motherhood right at the beginning of the pandemic. She was showing up being like, this shit is hard and this is what I'm working through, and so relatable. So Libby and Julie, both excellent people to follow and get to know if you're not familiar with them yet. They did this Instagram Live on Julie's Instagram, and at the very end, Julie asked Libby, she said, what's one piece of advice that you would give the moms? And Libby said, and this like literally made me stop and knocked me off my feet. Libby said, don't use your most productive day as your baseline. And that really, it gives me chills now, even just repeating you, but I think it's something that we really need to pay attention to, because what she's naming is that we are so hard on ourselves. We expect our performance to match our very best, most productive day every day. We expect that of ourselves. I even knowing this, even knowing my cycles and knowing my energy and understanding the mechanics of time and managing time, even I get caught up in this. So please don't feel bad if you're like, oh, damn, I feel called out right now. It is so real that we set ourselves up to expect the best result that we've ever gotten every day. And if one day we do better than our previous best, guess what? we are pushing ourselves even harder. And when we don't achieve that every single day, that benchmark of our most productive self, because of course we can't achieve it every day because every single day is different. We have different energy levels, the energetics of the world and the moon and all the things going on impact us, our kids and their cycles. Like there are so many different things that can impact us on any given day and our ability to show up or our ability to be productive. Life throws curveballs, things happen, roofs leak, cars break down. Please give yourself a break, let yourself off the hook, and don't use your most productive day as a benchmark for the expectations you set for yourself. Just felt like that had to be said. That's a nugget I've been holding on to and trying to figure out the right place to share with you. I was going to do an Instagram reel, and if you've been listening and following along, you know I'm moving away from Instagram. I'm going to be moving into Substack. Actually, I'm committing to making it happen right now for Friday, which is January. Well, if this is releasing Thursday, January 8th, then on Friday, January 9th, there will be my very first Substack post, and it will be about this most productive time of day. So if you're someone who likes to read instead of listen, my goal is to be doing long form content over on Substack, which will then be sent out as the newsletter, and using that same topic to talk about on the podcast. And so you can either read or listen. You can watch if you're on YouTube. The content is going to be all similar, all the same. I'm not going to like use my transcript, AI it or whatever. I'm going to show up authentically in each space. But what I talk about this week is productivity, your productive time of day, and not getting sucked into the trap of feeling like you need to use your most productive day as a benchmark or that you should be some kind of machine operating at the same level of productivity every single day, because that, my friend, is crazy making. So all this to say, I'm going less on Instagram. I just don't like short form content. I talk a lot, as you can tell. 3 minutes or 1 minute for a reel isn't good. I'm not good at the hooks. Like I'm an older millennial. I don't get it. Anyways, I will be here on Substack. I will be here on YouTube. I will be here on the podcast. Get in touch. Let me know, what is your most productive time of day? And once you've tried changing your calendar around to honor that really juicy time and allow yourself to back off and take your foot off the gas during your less productive times, I'd love to hear how it turns out for you, because every single person I have gone through this exercise with has reported like same results, but way less effort. And who doesn't love that? We're not all striving all the time for like double the results, excellent productivity. We want to get more done. It's not about that. It's about getting the same amount of shit done that you always do in less time, with less energy, with more intention, so that you have more time to go out and do the stuff you really want to do with your life. That is my message for today. Guys, if you haven't taken the quiz, go over to my website. I'll link it in as well. Each one of us has a different productivity style. It's called the Productivity Persona Quiz. Go take it. It's 2 minutes. It's 7 questions. Super fun. And you can figure out in this season of life what your time management style is, what your productivity persona is, and get some tips to really hone in on that and get tools that are going to help you specifically because of the type of productivity that works for you right now, the type of time management style that you are working with right now in this season of your very real life. So go check that out. Thanks for being here. Go sign up for Substack and follow me, Energy and Hours. I don't have very many followers yet, and you might not even see a post if you're joining me on our very first day. But I promise that will get geared up in 2026. And I can't wait to continue to share with you. There's lots of really cool, exciting things coming. If you are part of the newsletter, you would have received an invitation to join Momentum membership for 3 months free. Momentum membership is my online community where we do co-working. It's so good for entrepreneurs, stay-at-home moms, anyone with ADHD. Co-working is where we basically come on to the computer, say what we're about to achieve, leave our video on or off, but mute ourselves and go do our stuff. I've had people pack their houses, plan their trips, people do their bookkeeping, like whatever it is that you need to do. It is an hour dedicated to sit down, claim it, do it, report back at the end, and everyone celebrate the fact that you got it done. It's accountability, it's body doubling, it's all the things. So I have 3 sessions a week that we do that. And then 1 session a week, we do weekly planning together, and I guide you through and help you out with that. So that's Momentum membership. And as a listener to the podcast, I also want to invite you for 3 months for free, because this is my favorite offering right now. This is where I love to show up and give my energy and my effort and my service. And so I want to see you in there because this is such a cool container that really is making impact. So Send me a DM, write me a note, tell me you're in, and I will make sure that you get all of the links to that. And it's something that you can come and go. Whatever works for your schedule, come. They're all at different times of day. And I know we're all in different time zones. It makes it hard. So I wanted to offer a whole bunch of different alternatives. A lot of times people will come to one or two, maybe three, maybe none, depends on the week. Anyways, the idea is that it's flexible and supportive. So that's Momentum membership. And that's something that I'm going to really be curating a lot this year. So you'll hear me talking more and more about it because it's a really excellent container for really all of us, no matter what. I've even got people who are full-time work, like, and they just build it in their work day, like their Outlook and their calendar. And they're like, I'm attending this co-working time. You can just tune in your headphones. We don't need to see your face. Like, you can make this work no matter what. It is like I 3x my productivity in this 1 hour, especially if it's in the morning, which is my most productive time. Okay, time to take Emma to the dentist. Have a wonderful week, everybody. See me over on Substack and let me know what your most productive time of the day is. Until next week, keep on growing like a mother.